Chapter 5 Tower of Thunder. Oh boy, let's see what we're in for. Seems we're starting off with some sort of flashback. We see Duster here. And he hides the light egg in the broken down clayman, like he said. The wall staple ladder we saw earlier has now been fixed. And we start this chapter at the top. There should be a big hole in the ground straight north of here. I think I went through it and hit the egg somewhere on the other side. So let's head for that area first. It seems we finally know the source of the lightning that has repeatedly struck Tazmily. Hey everybody, K-Plum Games here, and welcome back to another episode of Mother 3. In the last episode, we fought the Jealous Base and got Kumatora and Duster back as party members. This time around, we aren't actually going to be progressing the story at all. Usually at this point the next objective would be to obtain the Egg of Light and move forward with the plot. But we actually have a few side questy things to take care of this time around. So starting off, we actually want to head into this cave here. And I want to withdraw some DP. We have about 1,500 in the bank. Now we have over 2,000 on hand. And we want to talk to this mole here because he is a shop and he actually has better equipment for us than we can get. So for Lucas, I say we just sell maybe the antidote. We don't need that. Just so we have a free inventory slot. And let's get better equipment. Durable gloves for Kumatora. That's better than her normal gloves. We don't need to actually get anything for Duster, so don't buy that. I'll tell you why in a little bit. Fly charms, we can get those both for Duster and Kumatora. Sparrow bandana, yeah, we can put that on Duster. Azure ribbon, we can get those for Kumatora and Boney. Capricorn bracelet, so we're gonna buy two of these actually. One of them is gonna go to Duster, the other to Kumatora. We're not gonna buy one for Lucas for something that we'll see actually in the next episode. So that's what I wanted to do with my money this time around. And I'm just gonna check my status. Okay, we start off this chapter with a good, clean bill of health, it seems. So, that's all the progress we're actually going to be making. Now we're going to be heading straight back to Tazmily to do a few side quests over there. Now that we have the 4 core party members together, we can actually do a few different things in Tazmily. Alright, so as we're making our way back to Tazmily on this long trek, I kind of just want to talk about what this project means to me on a bit of a personal note. So, full disclosure, I actually started working on this project probably about 3 weeks ago, and the day that I started this project was actually the day that I went through what was probably my first serious breakup that I've ever been through in my life. And this project, to me, it's been a huge coping mechanism. It's helped me in ways that I can't really describe, to be honest. It's helped me get through these past few weeks, which have honestly been really, really tough. And, you know, it's still relatively fresh, given that, you know, I just started the project very recently. And the start of the project coincides with that event in my personal life. But yeah, I only started working on the project about 3 weeks ago, and it's really helped me get through some really tough times these past few weeks. Because honestly guys, the past month or so has been really hard for me on a personal level for multiple reasons. But one of the things that has brought me joy in those hard times was definitely working on this project. Whether it be researching or recording, which is so fun. I love recording videos, it's very, very fun. But also the editing. Just working on this project in general has been like a really good antidepressant for me these past few weeks. And just a little side note, everything I know about video editing was learned basically out of necessity for this project. I learned it all because of this project, and I learned it so that I can make this project as good as it could be. Yeah, so I basically tried to self-teach video editing to myself, and I'm nowhere near a pro, like not even close. But I did take like some inspiration from creators I admire, such as like, for example, Chugga Conroy in particular is one that I took a lot of inspiration from. His Let's Play videos are super informative. They're not super heavy on editing, but they have just enough editing to streamline the videos. So I kind of took notes from him and his videos to kind of, you know, kind of base my style off of that a little bit and put my own spin on it. And I kind of self-taught editing around what I was like hoping my videos would be like. So, I mean, honestly, I've learned a lot in a short amount of time, and I know I'm rambling at this point, but I thought this was important to talk about. Like, I'm just really excited to learn even more moving forward because I've learned so much in a short amount of time, and I feel like there's a lot more to learn. So I'm just excited to get to the point where I'm just learning new things all the time because, you know, that's a good part of life, honestly, is just to learn new skills. And I feel that I'm a better person for taking on this project and kind of like trying to self-teach myself certain things. Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see where this project moves from here. And it's certainly something fun that I still have in my life. And it's going to be a while before we do finish the project. So it's going to be here for quite a bit. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what this project means to me on a personal level. Because I've talked about it briefly in terms of like how proud I am of the progress that we've made, but I've never really talked about it in terms of like what it means to me personally to do this project and to like really put a lot of effort into it. And it seems silly that a game would, you know, help me out with a lot of my personal problems because, you know, it's just a video game. That's what a lot of people would say. But to me, it's a hobby, and to me, it's something that brings me joy. So yeah, of course it's going to bring me happiness. I don't know, it's just an interesting thing to think about and to talk about. And I'm just really, really proud of the project so far. And I thought it was important to kind of talk about what it meant to me personally because, I don't know, I've had a lot of fun with the project and it's helped me through a lot of the recent times in my life. But, you know, beyond just being a fun little hobby for me, it's also just been, you know, really helpful to me on a personal level. Anyways, enough of talking about that. I rambled for quite a bit just now. We're back in Tazmily, and the first thing I want to do, actually, is go to the Sunshine Forest of all places, believe it or not. Because there is something we can do here. We could actually do this at the start of Chapter 4 with Lucas and Boney when we came here earlier. But it's really useful to do this now once you get Duster and Kumatora back. You can find a rare enemy here called the Black Beanling, and he will give you 16,000 experience. So it's a really good idea to try and find some of these Black Beanlings. Even if you only fight one or two, it is going to be worth your time to find these things and to kill them because it will give you a lot of levels. And we're actually pretty under leveled for this point in the game. A lot of the bosses are going to be higher level than us moving forward, so it's a good idea to definitely train at the beginning of this chapter. That's one of the reasons we came back here, amongst other things that I'll show a little bit later on. So anyways, the Black Beanling usually spawns on this screen here. So one way to just kind of get it to spawn quickly is just to do screen transitions from this screen to the next one and just repeat that process over again until it eventually spawns. It's a very rare enemy, so it might take a bit to do. But yeah, I'm just gonna walk around for a bit, and after I kill this dude, we will cut away until we find the Black Beanling. Alright. I will see you guys in a bit. Oh, there's a Black Beanling! There's a Black Beanling! Okay, so just follow them, and wait for them to pop back up from the ground. Yep, right there. There we go. Back attack it. And just unleash all of the PSI and special attacks that you can. Because these guys can run if you're not careful. Freeze Alpha is good. And Thunder Bomb. Combo, combo, combo. Thunder Bomb. Doesn't do too much, but Freeze will do over 100. Yep, nice 150. There we go. Black Beanling became tame. And you're going to see how much experience we get from this. Lucas immediately jumps to level 27. Duster also goes immediately to level 27. Kumatora to 26. And Boney to level 27. We just gained 7 levels. Kumatora, I actually think, got 8 levels. So, yeah. Definitely worth your time. That gets you so much experience. It's so worth it to do that. It's much quicker, honestly, to fight one of those guys than to just, like, fight a bunch of, like, powerful Chapter 5 monsters. And it's a lot safer, too, because the Black Beanling isn't tough. So, yeah, I mean, aside from the rarity of it, I think that's just a way smarter way to grind than to just, like, struggle against Chapter 5 enemies that might be too tough for you at the moment. Now that we're level 27, I don't even see any need to, like, train for a little while. And yeah, since we gained so many levels, Lucas and Kumatora are both going to start to feel feverish again. Alright, let's kill the Slytherin and we can see how much stronger we are. Yeah, now we're doing a lot of damage. Nice. Haha. Alright. So, as we're heading out of the Sunshine Forest, the next place we actually have to go is Ohsoe Castle, because there is a secret in Ohsoe Castle that you can only access during the events of Chapter 5, believe it or not. It's interesting that they would hide it behind this certain chapter, but, you know, since we're here, we should do it now. Kumatora learned Fire Beta, Hypnosis Alpha, Brain Shock Alpha, and Defense Down Alpha. Okay, and Lucas, what are you gonna learn, my friend? Healing Beta, Shield Alpha, Counter Alpha. Okay, nice. I guess now let's just head over to Ohsoe. And yeah, things are still the same here. Sad. I guess maybe the hint to come to Ohsoe is the fact that Kumatora and Duster join you, which are the two characters who you play as in Ohsoe Castle, but I don't know, it seems a little obscure to be the case. And it seems there's not very many ghosts left. We partied and partied for so long, but it finally got old, so more and more of us gave up the party life as time went on. Aww, all the friendly ghosts are gone. Wow, I'm surprised you came here. This castle's so boring now I could just die. It was a setting for an adventure 3 years ago though, but there's been nothing at all since then. Nothing! In fact, if you hadn't come and talked to me just now, today would have been yet another empty day leading into another empty tomorrow. So how about a leisurely chat? No? Oh, but I want to talk. No? Ah, I see. Okay, whatever. Oh, these poor friendly ghosts. So yeah, now that we have Duster back in the party, we can use the rope snake once again. I don't believe that we could do that with Lucas and Boney last chapter. Pretty sure we could not. But what we want to do is we want to head to the room where we originally fought Mr. Passion. And he's back. He is now Lord Passion. Ha ha ha. I am Lord Passion. The music I am playing is Ode to the Ancestors, Eighth Movement. Listen thoroughly. If we say yes, he will just play his music. But if we deny, then he will fight us. This is what artistic know-nothings like you get. Alright, Lord Passion blocked the way. Yet again, this is another reference to classical music. Lord Passion is basically just a harder version of Mr. Passion. He has the same weaknesses, crying, as before, but he is also weak to fire, which we can use with Kumatora. So I just want to start off the fight with an offense up on Lucas. I want to smoke bomb Lord Passion so that he misses his attacks. Kumatora, you can just use Fire Beta. And Boney, I guess you can just throw a sprinting bomb. 72. Okay, not too great. Lord Passion couldn't stop crying. Sent everything but the kitchen sink flying. Fire Beta. Nice! 157. So we use offense up with Lucas. I'm just gonna attack. And I'm going to lower your attack with a scary mask. You just use fire beta, Kumatora, and Boney just attacks normally, I guess. So now that we have 4 party members, we have a lot more options on what we can do to hit enemies, which is really nice. One thing that I will critique about Lord Passion here is that as a hidden boss, it's very obscure to know how to come here, and it's very out of the way for what we're supposed to be doing for this point. So, I don't know. It's very, like, silly to think that someone would be able to find this secret on their own without the help of a guide. I mean, nobody would think to explore Ohsoe Castle of all places at the start of Chapter 5. And given that the secret boss disappears at the end of the chapter, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a little weird to have such a good item that we'll get after this fight locked behind such an obscure secret. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of it. I will critique this part. Tickle Stick, let's lower his defense. Fire Beta, and Boney just by Tickle Stick. Oh, it didn't work. No! A numbing melody. So yeah, Lord Passion can actually cause status elements to us now, which is not the nicest thing. We don't enjoy that. I guess you just attack, fire beta, bite. Ooh, nice 12 hits. Alright, send candles flying. I guess I could use offense up on Boney because he's always attacking. And so is Duster at this point because we already lowered his stats. So I should probably just use offense up on both of them. But Kumatora is just owning Lord Passion here. Alright, Boney's offense increases. Let's use offense up on Duster, kick, fire beta, and bite. Yeah, Boney's doing a lot more damage now. A sorrowful melody and Lucas couldn't stop crying. Oh no. I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world because we can actually just use Healing Alpha. And I think that gets rid of it. Healing Alpha, kick, PSI Fire Beta. Actually, you know what I'll do on this turn actually? I'll just use offense up on Duster. Because PSI attacks, they bypass accuracy checks. Except for PK Thunder. But yeah, so I'll just use that now, and then next turn, once Duster's already boosted up, then I will use Healing Alpha on myself. Healing Alpha on Lucas, fight, fire beta, and bite. Oh my gosh, I got like the down tempo because it started to go slower, and I actually managed to get the transition okay, but yeah, then I messed it up. It's a fun song to combo to because it changes rhythm, and it seems like that Healing Alpha didn't even end up mattering, but you know, good that I did it anyways. And what are these shoes just lying on the floor? Duster got some mythical, or mystical rather, shoes. Let's take a look at those. The mystical shoes are Duster's best weapon in the game. They increase all of his stats very substantially. We want to put those on immediately. There's literally no reason not to use the mystical shoes. They're probably the best weapon for Duster that you can get in the game. Yeah. Alright, we're fully revitalized from that boss fight. Nice. And let's go down the chimney. A la Santa Claus style. Down the chimney we go. Alright. So that was the other main thing we wanted to do here in Tazmily. That was just a side quest that we had to take care of now. But before we head back, to the start of chapter 5, the area where we started the chapter, I do just want to head back to visit a certain someone now that we have Duster and Kumatora back. I think you know where I'm going with this. Let's head over to the old age home to visit someone very dear to the characters that we have obtained since the last time we were in Tazmily. Grab the Thunder Bomb as usual, as is tradition, and let's head in the old age home to talk to a very special character, Old Man Wes. Duster, no Lucky, or whatever is fine. You have legs, right? I see you're the same. The same as ever. You didn't need to come to see me, but thank you for remembering me, Lucas. Princess. You're too kind to me, thank you very much. Say, you there. Don't you still have something left to do? We can hang out afterwards. You should really take care of your health. Well, see you. Oh, that see you just now was meant for Boney. You shouldn't dawdle, Lucky, or whatever your name is. Go on, get going. So it seems Wes is a man of few words. I'm sure he's happy to know that his son is safe, but that's all he has to say for now. Perhaps if Duster gets back his memories, we can come back and visit Wes, but until then, it seems that's all he has to say. I mean, he's right in the fact that we do have an adventure, and yeah, I'd say that we're gonna be on the road for a while now, so might be a while before we go back to Tazmily, so I just wanted to make sure we had that conversation while we were there. So I was talking about this a little bit earlier in the Lord Passion fight, but it feels so good to have 4 party members now. Like, it feels good to have all 4 of them together, finally. It feels like it's been a long time coming. I mean, we're about halfway through the game now. Like, chapter 4 was the halfway point because there's 8 chapters. So the start of chapter 5 is about the halfway point. And it's kind of exciting. It feels like things are really ramping up. I mean, chapter 4 set us on an adventure with Lucas, and for the first time, we haven't switched perspectives after a chapter. Because every single chapter up until this point, we had switched perspectives to a new character. But this is the first time, the transition from chapter 4 to 5, that we didn't transition to a new character. So, you know, it just makes it feel like the true story is finally unfolding before us. And, you know, that's not to say that any of the early chapters are bad by any means, because I actually think that the early chapters are some of the best, because they introduce all the characters and they introduce the game world, and they do a lot of foreshadowing and they set up a lot of things for what is to come. But I just feel like after the time jump, all of that like foreshadowing and all of that setup finally pays off as we start the main story of it all. I mean, a lot of development does happen in those first few chapters with the characters, and it really does lay the groundwork for what is to come. So yeah, I'm just excited to see where we go from here, because I know it's going to be a long ride. It's going to be good. Combo, 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 combo. Oh, nice. So these cattle snakes actually give a lot of experience too. If you're not going to fight the bean enemy in Sunshine Forest, this is another good place to grind if you would like. They do have a lot of health, but they give 500, almost 600 experience each. So yeah, they're not bad at all for that. Oh gosh, more enemies. Squawking stick, you're nothing to me. Boom, you're done. You're done. I don't even know how to do the more Ardain accent from Xenoblade 2. I should mention while we're passing by the factory that you can actually work in the Clayman factory an unlimited number of times. If you want to get DP, that is a very easy way to do it. But we don't really need money at the moment, so I'm just gonna ignore it. And we're gonna fight the Batangutan. I think his name is actually supposed to be Batangatane, like orangutan but also bat. So Batangatane. That's fun to say. It's a Batangatane! Ha ha ha! Yes. But when you just read it out verbatim, it looks like Batan Gutan to me. Oh look, the item guy's up there. Wonder if we'll be able to explore that highway looking thing later on. Perhaps. Anyways, we did a lot this episode. We backtracked to Tazmily and we did a lot of side quests and we got really prepared for the road ahead. So, next time on Mother 3, we will be progressing the story and we'll be seeing what Chapter 5 has to offer us. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye now.